BaronA 2001, directed by Majid Majidi, is a poignant and beautifully crafted Iranian film that delves into themes of compassion, sacrifice, and the plight of Afghan refugees in Iran. Set against the backdrop of socio-political tensions, the story follows Latif, a young Iranian worker at a construction site, and his transformation through an unexpected and heart-wrenching love for a refugee girl named BaronA. The film opens with a portrayal of life at an illegal construction site in Tehran, where Afghan refugees work in dangerous and harsh conditions. These workers are often undocumented and exploited for their labor, receiving minimal pay while being forced to live in fear of deportation. Latif, a 17-year-old Iranian boy, is part of the labor force on the site, but he is given an easier job as a tea server due to his younger age and lack of physical strength. Latif's life changes dramatically when one of the Afghan workers, Najaf, is injured in a work accident and can no longer provide for his family. In his place, Najaf's son Ramat is brought to the construction site to work. Latif initially reacts to Ramat's presence with hostility and annoyance. He feels threatened by the arrival of this new worker, fearing for his job security and seeing Ramat as weak and incompetent. He plays pranks on Ramat and makes his life more difficult, but over time things start to shift. One day, Latif discovers Ramat's true identity. Ramat is not a boy, but a girl disguised as a boy to work in the male-dominated environment. Her real name is BaronA, and she had to hide her identity to help support her family, as Afghan women are not allowed to work openly in such settings. This revelation profoundly affects Latif, as his feelings of irritation and rivalry transform into empathy, compassion, and eventually love. For the first time, he sees beyond the surface and realizes the immense sacrifices BaronA is making for her family and the harsh conditions she endures just to survive. Latif's newfound awareness leads to a personal transformation. He begins to watch over BaronA from a distance, secretly helping her with her duties and ensuring she is not discovered. His love for her is pure and selfless, rooted not in romantic desire but in a deep sense of care and responsibility. Latif's character undergoes a profound moral and emotional evolution as he sacrifices his own comfort and job for BaronA's well-being. Latif's kindness reaches a turning point when the construction site is raided by Iranian authorities searching for illegal Afghan workers. Fearing for BaronA's safety, Latif alerts her, allowing her to escape in time. However, this incident also forces her to leave her job, and her family's financial struggles deepen. Determined to help, Latif decides to take drastic steps to ensure BaronA's future. He sells his identification card, which is essential for finding legal work, in exchange for money to give to BaronA's family. This act is one of immense sacrifice because, in giving up his ID card, Latif surrenders his own ability to find stable employment. Yet he does it without hesitation, driven by his silent love and the deep connection he feels with BaronA. As the film reaches its conclusion, BaronA's family is forced to return to Afghanistan, leaving Latif with a heavy heart. In a touching and understated final scene, Latif watches BaronA walk away in the rain, her footprints in the mud slowly disappearing. This scene symbolizes the fleeting and ephemeral nature of his love, a love that cannot be fulfilled in the traditional sense, but has nonetheless changed him forever. The film ends on a bittersweet note, with Latif smiling through his pain, having found redemption in his selfless acts of kindness. BaronA is a deeply humanistic film that explores the boundaries of love, sacrifice, and morality. The relationship between Latif and BaronA is not one of conventional romance, but one of profound empathy and selflessness. Through his love for BaronA, Latif learns to put someone else's needs above his own, and his journey becomes a testament to the power of compassion in a world filled with suffering and injustice. Majid Majidi's direction emphasizes the emotional and spiritual growth of his characters rather than focusing on melodramatic plot twists. The film's visual storytelling is remarkable, using the bleak, rain-soaked landscapes of the construction site to highlight the harsh conditions faced by Afghan refugees. The minimalist dialogue allows the audience to feel the weight of Latif's internal transformation without overt exposition, making the film a moving and meditative experience. At its core, BaronA is a story about human dignity. It sheds light on the difficult lives of Afghan refugees, who are often invisible in Iranian society, and it portrays their struggles with sensitivity and depth. The film's message is universal, focusing on how compassion can transcend cultural and political boundaries, and how small acts of kindness can have profound impacts on both the giver and the receiver. So at the end of the film, Lateef's journey from a selfish, immature boy to a compassionate, self-sacrificing young man offers a quiet but powerful commentary on the capacity for personal growth through love and empathy. BaronA is not only a love story but also a reflection on the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity, and the ways in which people can rise above the limitations of their circumstances to find beauty and meaning, even in the most challenging situations. In summary, BaronA is a deeply moving film that uses the relationship between a young Iranian boy and an Afghan refugee girl to explore larger themes of sacrifice, empathy, and the human condition. Majid Majidi's subtle storytelling, combined with rich symbolism and compelling character development, makes this film a masterpiece of cinemaking and cinemating with viewers long after the credits roll.